Stroll along a Gold Coast beach on a weekend morning and you'll see enthusiastic kids sprinting up and down the sand learning about the surf. For Nobby's Beach Surf Club coach, Nick Marshall, being a nipper is an Australian rite of passage. So when he witnessed children with special needs sitting on the foreshore as their siblings had fun in the surf, he decided something had to change.
I know my two children, they don't go to school in kindy with a child with cerebral palsy or a kid with Down syndrome. They just go to school in kindy with Marcus and Lily. And it's that effortless way that they engage that I think showing me that it's really important that we provide opportunities and programs where we can all just come together, we all learn together, and then we become a sort of a stronger, closer community.
Hi, I'm Nick, and this is...
So the Albatross Nippers is an inclusive surf lifesaving nipper program for children with special needs. So the same way we've got an under 10 or an under 11 group, we've got an Albatross group. And we just rotate through the same activities that any nipper does. We might have to modify those activities a little bit to make it safe, but it allows families and children to not get socially isolated in the area and allow them all to sort of come together and have fun at the beach.
Carter absolutely loves it, don't you, mate?
Yeah, I pretty actually like Albatross Nippers. It's actually the awesomest thing I can ever do.
We come from a little town called Daybra, so north of Brisbane, so it takes us an hour and a half to get here. But the whole way, Lordy is just so excited. As soon as she puts on that jersey, she's just excited.
We do flags the same way that any nipper will do flags, which is essentially we're lying in the sand and we blow a whistle and they all get up and race for a flag. We do sort of beach sprints and beach runs. We do some beach games. And then we catch some waves on the board with a lifesaver. I think one of the biggest challenges to overcome with the program has been trying to change people's perceptions and who can be involved. I mean, we can basically cater to almost everybody. Sure, not everybody can do all activities, but they can do more activities than if they weren't here.
Well, don't touch the screen.
I think it means so much to the parents. I don't pretend to understand what they're going through. I don't have a child with special needs, but I see that the parents want their child to be able to do what every child does, or wants their child with special needs to do what their siblings are doing.
They get to feel like they're included. They get to feel like they're not left behind on the grass and all everyone else is on the sand. And, you know, it makes them feel, give a bit of self-worth, a bit of value, a bit of meaning for them. It's fantastic.
Now, most sporting clubs will tell you the biggest challenge they face is recruiting volunteers. Now, considering Nick requires one volunteer per nipper, you'd think he'd be struggling for numbers, but this is not the case. Today, a local rugby team, Ironwoman Georgia Miller, and Olympians Emily Seabaum and Taylor McEwen are lending a hand.
The team has come down this morning to help out with the kids, get in, do what we can, make it all high energy fun. We even did some board riding, so just being really involved in doing what we can to make these kids happy.
They genuinely make an effort to be here. They change their work schedules, their training schedules so that they can be a part of it. And that's probably for me, as somebody that lives in this local area, the thing that I'm really proud of. My ultimate goal is that there isn't an Albatross program or a special needs program. There's just nippers, and there's just opportunities for every surf club to have children with special needs or disabilities be a part of nippers.
Go!
It's so important for kids to be able to experience activity. It's really important also that as a community we understand people who are different, so that we're not afraid to communicate like perhaps I was or my parents were. You look at our young people, our young kids, they're not afraid. They spark a conversation. To them, everyone's the same. So I think if we can create more nipper clubs that have a program like this, then we're becoming that closer, tighter community where we can all help each other.
We're just really thankful, I suppose, for the work that Nick has done and, you know, making sure that this young fellow gets out and about and absolutely found himself. So, yeah.
Yeah, and also make friends too.
Correct. Awesome.
If you'd like more info about the Albatross Nipper program, check out the Nobby's Surf Club site. The sessions are free and volunteers are always welcome.